Hello and welcome back to another episode of Clarissa Cooks It All. And today we're going to be making one of my favorite Mexican meals. We're going to be making some chili rellenos. And this is my first time ever making them. I've eaten them a lot. Never made them. Let's get started. We're going to start with fire roasting all of our poblanos. I did this on top of my stove over the flame. You can do this in your broiler as well. Just check it after a couple minutes, and when they need to be flipped, just flip them over, and you can do it in your oven versus doing it the way I did. There's just something about putting it on the flame and doing it this way. I like doing it. You're going to want to completely blacken these. You want all the skin to be black. I did notice when I was peeling mine that not all of them were completely, and I had one where I don't know how I missed it, but there was a big spot that I missed. Once all of your poblanos are fully roasted, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put these into a bowl, and we're going to cover them in plastic and let them sweat for a bit. We're going to work on some other stuff while those are sitting there, and then we're going to come back later and peel the skins off of them. Once you have your poblanos covered, we're going to go ahead and start roasting our onions, our tomatoes, and our garlic. Once again, instead of doing this over an open flame, you can also put this into your broiler. Obviously, your garlic will take less time than the rest, but you can do this as well in the oven. Once you've roasted all of your vegetables, we're going to go ahead and put these into a bowl, and we're going to puree this up with about 3/4 to 1 cup of water. And you're going to peel your garlic and add that in there. And leave your skins on your tomatoes. And I just kind of roughly chopped up my onions a little bit, just make them so it wasn't just one big piece. I cut that up a little bit before putting it in there. And like I said, we're just going to go ahead and puree this all up. Once you have that pureed, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add 2 tablespoons of oil into a pan. And we're going to go ahead and heat that up and then add our tomato mixture in there. And then we're going to season this up with a half tablespoon of oregano, a tablespoon of parsley, about 1 teaspoon of salt, some cumin, and also some paprika. And then we're going to just kind of let this cook until it's heated through. Taste it. If it needs a little bit more salt, you can always add in a little bit more. Once your tomato is done, go ahead and set that to the side. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna work on peeling our poblanos. Now you want to be very careful when you're peeling these because you don't want to put any holes in them. You don't want to rip them. Do not use a knife for this. If you do, use a butter knife and use the back side of it, not any part that's got any kind of serrated edges to it. I like using a spoon. I think it works out nicely. But you're gonna just carefully scrape all of this off, and then I take it and just kind of rinse it off. You don't have to, because we are gonna rinse it again after we take the seeds out. Once we have these all the skins peeled off of these, we're gonna go ahead and just cut a little slit down one side of them, and then we're gonna kind of cut and peel those seeds and those veins out of there. Poblanos don't have a whole lot of spice, but I still like to take the seeds and the veins out of there. If you want to leave them, that's perfectly fine. Once we've taken the seeds out of all of these, we're going to go ahead and just kind of rinse them off a little bit to get the rest of the seeds that are still kind of sticking to the inside of them out. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to break up the cheese that we're going to use. You can shred this. I didn't pre-freeze mine a little bit to make it hard. This is a very soft cheese, so you're going to need to partially freeze it in order to shred it. I just kind of crumbled mine up. Once you have this all crumbled up and ready to go, we're going to go ahead and start stuffing our peppers. Put enough in there to completely fill them, but not so much that you can't close them back up. You're going to want to be able to close them up and pin them up together with toothpicks, and this is going to help hold them together while you're battering them. Once you have all of these filled and all of them pinned up with their toothpicks, we're going to go ahead and just kind of set these aside so that we can then make our batter. We're going to use 4 egg whites. Well, you're going to need the whole egg, but we want to separate the whites from the yolks. Put the yolks in a bowl separate because you are going to want to add these in as well. We're going to start with our 4 egg whites, and we're going to just go ahead and we're going to whip this up until it's starts to form stiff peaks. Once you've gotten it to that point, we're going to go ahead and add in 1 egg yolk at a time and mix that all in. Go ahead and put about a 1/2 cup of flour into a bowl and add 1 teaspoon of salt to this and kind of mix it up. We're going to use this to just lightly coat our poblanos before putting them in the batter. This is just going to help the batter to stick to these better. So once we're ready, we're going to go ahead and start putting the flour on these. You're going to want to shake them off at the end to remove any of the excess flour, and then go ahead and dunk it into your batter, and they're ready to start frying. You're going to fry these up about 3 to 4 minutes on each side until they start to become golden brown. Flip them over and cook for another 3 to 4 minutes. And then we're going to go ahead and start warming up. If your sauce has gotten cold, you're going to want to rewarm that up. I chose not to cook mine in the sauce, but you can take these and kind of put them in the sauce and let them sit in there and kind of soak it up before serving. I just like to put a little bit of our sauce down onto a plate and go ahead and top that with your chili relleno. And then we're going to sprinkle a little bit of our cheese on top of this and a little bit of parsley, and it's ready to go. I made just some simple buttered rice to go with this. I really wanted to just focus on the chili rellenos. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching.